All get ready for Big Nick. It's called Big Nick Live.
Big Nick Live! Big Nick Live!
Everybody get up!
Big Nick Live!
Big Nick
Live!
It's called Big Nick Live. You ready, Big Nick? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone. How are you? It's me, Big Nick. It's interesting. Maybe let's adjust the shot here. All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Big Nick Live. I'm Nick. This is episode 9. And I'm going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room right out the gate. We are here with a guy formerly known as Cowboy John. He goes by Bebop John. I don't want to rehash a bunch of old stuff that already happened on past episodes, but essentially my grandpa told me that in order to be successful, I needed to be in a band with him. He's not my favorite person. He's far from my favorite person, but Papu did say I need to forgive. And that doesn't mean he's not a bad guy. It doesn't mean he's not an asshole. It just means that I believe in family, and I'm going to honor my Papu, and we're going to try to make this new endeavor work. It's a new band called Nuclear. Eric's here, by the way. Eric was one of the founding members of a band called Clear. And we are working to... Well, would we have the Clear photo to give to people context about Clear?
It's got to be here, right?
Yeah, it's right there. It's over there. Right. Yep. You can see here, this is the old Clear. But the new Clear is essentially me, Eric, and John. And we're still in the picture it said Desmond, but I don't know if Desmond has the right singing voice. He definitely has the right look. What's that?
I think he'd be great.
You think he'd do
Gotta
good?
Bring him in. I think.
Anyway, so Bebop John is back in the fold, unfortunately. I begged this guy to drop the Bebop shtick, but what can you do?
Well, we'll see how it goes. We've got to give it some time. I've got a lot of ideas I wanted to share with everyone, and I want to say thanks, Nick, for being a big man and doing the right thing.
I'm getting a message from the producer that we're seeing too much John. I think they want to move the camera a little bit to. No, excuse me. I'm actually giving notes on the wide shot. No, yeah, there we go. I think that we want to see less of John. Or excuse me. No, I'm sorry. I think I'm seeing that backwards. I think they want to see a little bit more of John. I think they want to make it look like it's
That's more like it. Have me in there a little better.
And they're also saying John's mic is quiet. There we go.
Maybe I just talk louder.
You could try that.
How we doing?
Hello.
We're good.
Eric, have you said hello? You going to
Hello.
introduce yourself, in case there's anyone isn't familiar with what you do?
All right, so here I am.
Very small.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let's go ahead. I'm sorry, you were saying something. I was getting messages from.
No, that's okay.
But
I was just saying that you did the right thing here. You called you bring me back into the fold, and I think we've got a little work to do, me and you, to make this really harmonious. I do have one thing I just want to get off my chest right off the bat. If you remember a couple weeks ago when I was on here, I had some sunglasses, and you had said before the stream that those look a lot like a pair that you used to have.
they were my sunglasses.
Yeah, they were yours.
And you
Yeah.
broke them on stream.
And I broke them. Yeah, and I said sorry, but
I don't think you said sorry. I don't recall you saying sorry, but honestly, on the
I
mountain
wanted
of
to
your
say-
sins, that's the least. I could care less about the sunglasses.
I did
You don't
just
need
want to
waste
say
your breath.
that I didn't really feel sorry at the time, and so that was a false apology. But I do feel a little bad about it now, especially. I think the other glasses really pulled it together a little better than these, but these will do.
All right. Well, all right. Thank you for giving me an update on that.
Sure.
So yes, we're gonna be working on new clear music. We're gonna be writing new music. I do want to make it very clear that I don't think you're definitely not gonna have any sort of leadership role. You're gonna have the usual kind of hired gun. You're gonna serve a purpose.
Well-
You're lucky to be in the group, and I'd appreciate if you didn't try to give me too much.
Well, I mean, I feel like
feedback.
the big difference here with Nuclear is that it's a 4-piece. It's a quartet. It's not like you're just in charge. I think I actually have some great ideas.
I do think I'm definitely in charge. Otherwise, Papu wouldn't have put me in charge. So
Well, I think you got at least got to hear what I have to offer, and I think that there's a real case for me. Take a 25% of the leadership.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I've set my boundary, and if you don't keep it, we're gonna have trouble. So maybe let's move on from that topic, or
Well, why?
because Papu gave the we have it right over here. Give me a
I
second.
do.
All right, if it okay.
Papu, look, we can litigate this right now. Papu sent this photo from hell or wherever he is, heaven, and he put me on. This is what was his name, Eric J. He's the only one wearing a white tuxedo. No one even
Okay.
remembers this guy's name or whoever
Well,
that is.
But look, there's one person doesn't even have a picture. It's an original member. And as far as
Eric.
Last time I saw Leonard Skinnerd, the members that were the surviving members, the ones that were still in the group, they were the leaders, okay?
Okay.
And the new people, they were the hired guns. So I think, Eric
Eric,
should be
was Jay
leading.
not the leader of Clear?
He was the primary
Songwriter?
singer,
Lead singer?
and conductor
Look,
of all the music. So
well,
it's
that's
like-
great. But, Nick, you weren't in the room where it happened. You weren't in the room where they were
And that's
brainstorming. Eric knows.
Yeah,
what
of
the
course he
whole
does, and
idea
that's why
is.
he does have seniority over you. And if I will be taking any sort of feedback about which direction we're going to take Clear, and I'll talk to Eric,
Well,
and you'll be lucky to be in the room.
I'm just gonna be
frankly.
honest. I'm gonna put some of my ideas in there. They're
All
coming.
right.
I got some great ones.
I
Papu
believe
didn't say
it.
anything about it being this.
Well, he did say you got to forgive, and right now,
Okay, forgiving is one thing, but tolerating you acting like a buffoon on my show is not something he asked me to do, and it's not something
Okay.
I'll ever do.
Oh.
So just chill. We've been doing the show. You've been on one episode. This Big Nick Live featuring Eric.
okay.
And we have a lot to get to. For example, we have a segment. It's a hit segment called Ask Eric. We're getting more questions than ever for Eric, but we actually do have a new character, a new cast member of the show. This show's growing exponentially. A lot of people don't know that. Like, is it a talk show? Is it a podcast? What is it? But we do have a new character. You guys, it's not a new character, but it's a new member of the show. And this is a character you guys might be familiar with. It's the first puppet I ever made, and we have. His name is Shelly, and he's in studio, and we're going to check in. We'll check in with Shelly throughout the night just to see what's going on with him. But first, let's check in with Shelly and see how he's doing. Shelly, you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
Wow. Shelly, great to see you after all.
Hello. Hey, how are y'all doing today? How's YouTube?
All right. Everyone sound off in the chat. Let us know
So
how it
good to
is.
see everybody. I'm so happy.
Shelly, what have you been up to? So people remember. Hold on.
There's so much to say. I'm so excited. I can't stop spitting it out.
Tell us what you were in the Predator video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was so much fun. I love that.
And what were you remember playing guitar in there?
Yeah. I was playing guitar and I was doing a lot of, doing a lot of stuff and having just so much fun. It was so much fun.
All right. Very cool. All right. Thank
All
you,
right.
Shelly. We'll talk to you next time.
See you soon.
All right. So Shelly's here, and if we want to ask Shelly questions, maybe sound off in the chat if you got questions for Shelly. We'll check back in with Shelly. He's just right over here, and I'm happy to have Shelly back in the fold. Yeah, Shelly was at the Creative Discovery Museum on display. They held him hostage, but I went and retrieved him. Now here he is, member of Big Nick Live. So welcome, everyone. Give a round of applause for Shelly.
Welcome, Shelly. Welcome.
Did you have anything you wanted to say to Shelly?
Well, I wondered if Shelly might want to. I mean, since Shelly's here, maybe you can be part of Nuclear also. Maybe make it a quintet.
I don't know. I feel like that's disrespectful to Jay's vision. What do you think, Eric?
I'm not. Yeah, that's
Could you
an
imagine?
interesting thought.
Can you imagine some of the moves Shelly could do?
Yeah, I don't know.
We could
I
even
feel like we've already done that.
imagine.
I've already had a puppet band before, and I feel like we've just kind of moved on from that. So that's just rehashing old, Anyways, we do have a segment. It's called Ask Eric. So we're going to ask Eric real quick. No, excuse. We got a theme. We need the theme song.
My name is Eric, they call me Peace Frog. I like to sing it all night long.
Oh, obviously, somebody missed that that cue there. All right, hey Eric, I feel like I am coming out of a depression that took over my life for the last couple of years, but I am struggling with guilt over my mental health improving while so many others are suffering. How can I keep from sliding back into the darkness given the current state of the U.S.? Man, that's deep. That's a very tough question. And I think the best way to deal with that is to bite your tongue and keep going forward. We all are feeling it, and we've all got to deal with it and stay strong. That's the best I can give on that.
That's great. Thank you, Eric. We got some other questions. I see two more questions. Everyone, well, let's let the people know how we can get a hold of you, Eric.
All right.
Need advice? Ask Eric. Call 423-225-2289, which actually spells Ask Eric. All right. Question dos.
Dose.
Oh, wow. That's the same question. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
let's move on.
I still think we need to stay strong and continue in the fight. Let's keep going. All right. Next.
My name is
Wait,
Eric,
there
they
should be
call
another
me
question.
Peace Frog. I
Ask
like
Eric
to
question
sing
underneath
it
right there.
all night
Under
long.
clear. There you go. What? In Gremlin Hell? You hit all three and they all have the same thing on it? This is something's messed up here. Well, you had a voicemail.
Voicemail.
I don't know where it went. It went to hell. It's gone. The whole the show has, it seems.
Wow.
Um,
Where'd he go?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe here. Give me a second. I'll find it. Let's check in with Shelly. Shelly, if you want to give us a quick update on how you feel the show is going.
Well, it's not going so great at the moment, but I think we're ready for some very positive future moments. And I just wanted to tell everyone about one thing that's really been irritating me lately, and it has to do with my new diet. I don't know if anyone in here has heard of The Farmer's Daughter, but that is a new dog food that is made with real ingredients, and you put it in your fridge and it seems wonderful. However, there's one big issue, and it's that a human keeps eating my food. Oh, it's so annoying and frustrating.
My
You come
name is Eric, they call me Peace Frog. I like to sing it all night long.
All right, sorry about this, guys. We had a little issue.
Hi, this is Tracy Hemmings, and I just discovered that my husband, the man I legally married in front of... Hi, this is Tracy Hemmings, and I just discovered that my husband, the man I legally married in front of God and both of our parents, has been calling me Eric during sex. Do you want to take one wild guess why? Because some absolute lunatic on your idiotic little advice show or whatever this garbage column is told him to. It'll spice things up, you said. Try calling your wife by a strong masculine name. Are you out of your damn mind? Let me make this perfectly clear. You have destroyed my marriage. I haven't slept in 2 days. I just keep hearing, yeah, Eric. Right there, Eric. Echoing in my head like I'm being haunted by a ghost named Carl Weathers. I am going to sue. I am going to shut this entire operation down. The column? Gone. The podcast? Deleted from the earth. The smug little voice that gave my husband permission to role play as if I'm a linebacker? Silenced. This isn't quirky. This isn't edgy. This is psychological terrorism. My lawyer will be in touch. And if you have even a shred of decency left, which let's be honest, you don't, you'll issue a full public apology and never give advice again as long as you live.
All right, let's take those mute buttons off. That's quite a handful there, isn't it? What I have to say is, first off, I'm going to continue to give advice. And when I give advice, I hope that it is listened to with a grain of salt, and that it is listened to the T and followed to every detail. I am not held responsible for what I say and the actions that are committed through other people. I am just giving the advice to help you and your loved ones. And if you choose to do things that are a little off the edges of what I'm trying to direct you to see, then I cannot be to blame for that, nor can this institution be blamed for that. So,
Yeah, and she definitely can't sue the show.
I don't think so.
Well,
Well,
does anyone here know anything about law? I mean, is this something I should talk to a lawyer about? Just to be
You might
clear,
need
Erica,
to.
have you talked before you give advice? Have you consulted any sort of law professional or anything before you give advice, or is this just something you're kind of shooting at the hip with?
yeah, I'm just giving it as a friend to a friend. You know, anybody who's listening and asking for advice is a friend.
Well, she said some crazy stuff about
Yeah,
losing the show, losing the segment, and I mean, Big Nick Live is registered under my name. I don't want to lose my house over.
well, exactly. And I wouldn't dare. I mean, I guess I obviously have to take fault for that if there were any fault.
I'm sure
But-
there's some sort of certification Eric has, though, like to qualify him for this column.
I have
So just take that to, if you get called to court, just bring your.
I have plenty of experience in helping and looking after people. I have a buttload of compassion.
Okay.
All right.
So I think for once, John has a point. Just take that certification to the courthouse or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Where did you go for your certification?
I've been everywhere, all over the world.
Like, well, who was it? Like from a college or like a counseling program or?
Does a friend need a friend? Does a friend need a documentation to give?
So you don't have
Any
any
kind of-
sort of documentation, is what you're saying, essentially.
I'm not saying I don't, but I have that.
Do you feel
Yeah.
that legally we're in an okay position, or are you worried that this might actually turn into something?
Not at all. I'm not
That's a
concerned
relief.
at all.
All right.
That's advice.
Yeah, I was
That's
going to
some
say,
great advice.
I hope I'm not going to be asking you for legal advice here. Starting. Hopefully, that woman was just a little hysterical, and frankly, her husband did not follow your advice the way that he should have. If that's who I think it is.
It did sound very familiar and familiar to the question we had. What show before last?
Yeah.
And then the previous show was a.
Yeah, can you give a
reaction.
recap for people that maybe didn't catch the last couple episodes as to what exactly is happening?
So what was happening? Someone asked for, what was it? Some advice on a marriage situation that was dealing with someone who would. Let's see. His wife was calling him. No, his wife was asking him to call her other guys' names. Is that correct?
I don't think so.
Is it opposite?
No, I think she was calling out the names of other men while they're having intercourse, if I remember correctly. Right?
He might be getting his advice.
Yeah,
shows
Eric, you need
mixed
to
up.
listen. You need to make sure you're listening to the callers if you're going to be giving them advice.
I'm a very in the moment kind of person. I listen to things as they are being spoken, and then
I will go to bat for Eric here. I will say he's a good listener, and I don't fault. He doesn't need to memorize every detail of every show. So if any sort of litigious institution is watching, like that I should not be held responsible for anything that Eric is saying right now. Like this is not cross-examination.
Maybe we should remove.
Yeah,
this.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Eric. That was one of the all-time great Ask Eric segments. And if you guys want advice from Eric, let's try to maybe. Are you looking to give legal advice? Yes or no? Maybe we should make that clear.
Yes. Let's give a different number for that.
Okay. That could be a different segment, maybe.
A separate number for legal advice, so it doesn't fall into the confusion of psychological advice.
Is Eric going to be the one to give that advice also?
Of course.
Yeah. What, are you upset you don't have a segment?
No, I wouldn't want that. No.
Let's check in with Shelly. See if Shelly has any opinions on the Ask Eric segment. That's his first time watching it. What's that?
I'm sure it'll all be fine. It's no problem. No problem at all. Did y'all hear me talk about the farmer's dog?
I didn't pick up on that. I was busy with something else.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
All right. Okay. That's enough with Shelly. We're done talking to Shelly. All right. Something is off with the camera there.
Yeah, I think Shelly's got an AV issue.
All right. Well, so I don't know. So there's a lot to figure out. Obviously, we are reuniting the band Clear. Is a new band called Nuclear, and we thought that maybe what's left of I don't want to pick at old scabs here, but we do have what's left of Papoose book, and I figured maybe we could try to see if we can create some magic live on stream. Get one of our first Clear arrangements for one of Papoose great songs. This is a good one. I remember this one was called Bursted Blood Vessels in Both My Eyes. So what do you guys say? Do you guys want to be a little fly on the wall as Clear has their first rehearsal and worked through some material? Eric, what do you think? Does that sound interesting to you?
Absolutely.
Sounds fun.
All right. Let me grab my guitar. And did you bring a saxophone today, I hope?
I mean, it's here, but I've also got the bass right here.
Okay, Eric plays bass. Eric is the bassist in the band. We don't need...
Well, he doesn't play upright. He has a...
Okay, we don't need two bass. We don't need two bass. Well, you're very good at saxophone. People really... I don't know if anyone's interested in hearing you play anything other than saxophone, frankly.
I didn't hear anybody complaining last time. No complaints.
No, I did see complaints. I saw a lot of complaints.
Okay, so you want me to play saxophone now? Or do you want me to sing?
All right, so let me think.
Well, be careful.
I think we need to try to do maybe a 3-part harmony. So the line is bursted blood vessel in both my eyes. Eric, was there a key that Jay liked to work in that you would recommend starting off with?
B minor.
B minor. Bursted blood vessel in both. Bursted blood vessel in both. Bursted blood vessels in both of my eyes. Both legs asleep and my clothes are wet. Take a second to find a melody. 1 second. Bursted blood vessel in both of my eyes. Both legs asleep and my clothes are wet. All right, Eric, let's go ahead and start with the typical harmony that you might have done in the original Clear over that. So the line is bursted blood vessel in both my eyes. No, burst blood vessel in each of my eyes, both legs asleep and my clothes are wet. Bursted blood vessel in both of my eyes. Both legs asleep and my clothes are wet. No scat.
Right,
we're doing 3-part harmony. So let's.
Okay.
Busted. Eric, maybe go low. Busted.
You want to get a baritone type?
Busted. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Bursted blood vessels.
Burst. Asbestos? Is that what you said? It's bursted blood vessels in each of my eyes.
Blood vessels. Busted blood. Try saying that 3 times fast. Busted blood.
Bursted blood. Can someone write this in the chat first so we can see it on the screen? It's bursted blood vessels in each of my eyes, both legs asleep, and my clothes are wet.
Bursted blubber.
vessel.
Bursted
blood
blubber,
vessel.
Bursted blood vessels in each of my eyes. You know, I think I'm starting to worry that Old Clear had too old school of a sound. I think we need to get some new. I want to hear like a hip hop, like a. Blistered blood vessels in each of my eyes. We don't have the next lyric yet.
Okay.
Busted blood vessels in each of my eyes. Both legs asleep and my clothes are wet is the next line.
Both
Can we get that
legs
line?
are asleep.
Both legs are asleep and my clothes are wet.
Both legs are asleep
going
and
on
my
here?
clothes are wet.
Yeah, well, there's a long delay.
All right. Getting the music down too, like that.
It's B minor, F, D, A. Can someone give us the next line, please? Both legs asleep and my clothes are wet. There we go.
Thanks,
Okay.
Dan. Bebop Dan.
Don't call him that. I'm sure he doesn't appreciate that. Busted blood vessels in each of my eyes. Both legs asleep and my clothes are wet. Okay. The next line is sucking on sauerkraut and curly fries. Yeah, Dan, please type this in. The next line is sucking on sauerkraut and curly fries. I'm going to Las Vegas, baby.
Who's
Huh?
gonna identify with like this? Doesn't really seem like a.
These
The lyrics of a hit
these
single.
is one of the. Okay, well, you ruined all the hit singles. You dropped water on them, and this is what's left. We have the scraps of Papoose book, and if you hadn't made a total ass out of yourself and the whole show and the whole brand, frankly, we wouldn't have been in this position to begin with. But this is what Papu passed down to Eric and I. It's our blood right, and this is the path that he's chosen. And you're lucky to be here. I'm going to keep saying that because I need it to sink in.
Well, I mean, you've got a couple. There's some stuff about sauerkraut and curly fries. That's okay. You know, it sounds fun. It sounds tasty.
Right. Again,
but
I
the
don't
stuff
need-
before it, like about blood vessel, like
These
that
were
doesn't make me want to
Papu-
eat
this was
sauerkraut and.
This was his last will and testament of Papu, Elvis. Molly loves this song. She says it speaks to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, before we bring in the hip hop
Those are wet.
element, maybe we start.
Get the vocals.
Let's get the vocals.
All
tight.
right. Let's do that.
Let's make sure the.
That's what we always did before.
Okay. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, excuse me. Thank you, Peace Frog.
Eric, you want to count us in?
No. I got it.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4. Busted blood vessels in each of my eyes. Both legs asleep and my clothes are wet. Sucking on sauerkraut and curly fries. I'm going to Las Vegas, baby.
Maybe.
Hey, you're
Suck-
pitchy as hell, man.
I'm sorry. I really don't know what you want me to do here.
I want you to sing the
I've
song,
never
and
done
I want
a boy
you
band or any, I don't know anything about
to. I need you
any
to.
of this.
The only advice I give on this is that I think we need to add a cadence to the Vegas. Las Vegas, baby. You know, that's that.
Lost. Maybe the music cuts out and it's just our voices. You
That'd
need to
be
show
great.
some vocals.
And maybe you could go to like a major
Well-
seventh.
Okay. Maybe there could be like a Ben. Las Vegas, baby.
Now,
Maybe we should-
they do that in post production.
Is there maybe should we let John maybe stick to the saxophone or what is your?
Oh, maybe
No.
that-
Hey,
that's-
look, it's my second attempt. You got me singing about blood vessels, and
right.
I'm very distracted by the lyrics and what we're
All
actually
right, let
trying
me
to
make
communicate.
sure you know the melody because I don't. You're gonna take it one time. You ready? 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4.
Busted blood vessels in each of my eyes.
This is John by himself, Eric.
oh, sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Busted blood
You're singing the
vessels.
melody.
What is it?
I want you to sing your harmony. I'm trying.
Oh,
to
you
find
want me
your-
to sing the
I want
harmony?
you to sing.
I thought you
your
might
harmony.
wanted me to take a stab at the melody.
No,
See, okay.
definitely not.
All right.
All right, ready? 2,
okay.
3, 4.
Busted blood vessels in each of my eyes. Both legs are sleeping, my clothes are wet. Sucking on sauerkraut and curly fries. I'm going to Las Vegas, baby.
Okay, I think this could work, but I think you may need to stand over there. In the stairwell, maybe. I think
Am
maybe
I too loud?
I think maybe you're too. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's so much. I think it's a combination of the look, and the volume, and the timbre in which you're singing.
Okay.
That
So-
isn't helpful right now.
My timbre, that's like the way my voice sounds.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah.
I think the first half of it was pretty good. Maybe we add the saxophone in the second half, and then he comes back in with the voice on the third section, and then the fourth section bring the saxophone back in.
Maybe it's just that you wrote the melody kind of not very good, and then the harmonies don't really work. If I came up with a melody, we might have. You
Okay.
probably
Yeah.
blend,
Go ahead. Write
you
it.
probably
Write
blend
a
lot
melody. I'd love
better.
to hear your
Okay.
perfect melody. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. I had to find
what's
lyrics.
that?
All right.
They're right here right here.
Oh, well.
1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
Busted blood vessels in each of my eyes.
Mm.
Both legs are asleep, and my clothes are wet.
It's not working.
Sucking on a sauerkraut and curly fries. I'm going to Las Vegas, baby. Beep, bop, bop,
No.
bop, bop, beep, bop,
There's
beep,
not
bop,
going to be
bop,
any.
bop.
Excuse me. Stop. There won't be any bebop in nuclear. I'll
Beep,
make
beep,
that
beep.
really
I think-
clear.
Okay. Well, I didn't work on singing soulful harmonies. I worked on my bebop.
Okay.
You said you want to
Maybe,
bebop
okay,
John
I will
in the band.
concede that maybe we can make a little
Your
bit more
poo-
interesting.
Hey, your
melody.
poo-poo wanted bebop John. He clearly.
Okay, Papu,
no,
how
no,
dare
no,
you?
yeah.
Okay,
Okay, whatever.
Eric will. You don't want to say that again in front of Eric because
Okay, it was a
because that's our heritage.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
threatening my bass guitar.
Well, what's his name?
Papu. And you know it's Papu.
Okay.
You're lucky I like this guitar and it's worth something to me because otherwise your head would be sticking through it right now.
Papaya.
We don't need that.
Busted blood vessels in each of my eyes. What is that? What do we think of that?
That's soulful.
Busted blood vessels in each of my eyes.
Each of my eyes.
Yeah, that's the melody. You need to go above that.
Oh, that's the melody?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Busted blood vessels in each of my eyes.
Yeah, I don't know about that
Eric,
one.
will you sing
That's
one for me? Just let me hear like an example so that I
an
can.
example?
This isn't really my thing. I'm doing my best.
I'm trying to get you on the saxophone.
Okay.
Don't complain it's not your thing when I'm trying to get you to do
Look,
your thing.
I'm doing my best.
No,
Doing the best I can do right now.
All right, Eric, go ahead. 2, 3, 4.
Wait, what? Hold on. I don't have that same doc that you
It's
have here.
bursted blood vessels in each of my eyes.
Bursted
Both
blood
legs are
vessels.
asleep and my clothes are wet. Sucking on sauerkraut and curly fries. I'm going to Las Vegas, baby.
All right, let's do it.
2, 3, 4.
Blessed best brother. No. Blessed best blood. Blood, 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 blood,
You seen
blood.
that commercial where
No
the guy,
bebop. What?
You seen the commercial where the guy's like trying like a chicken meal, a buttery biscuit, buttery flaky crust. It's a pot pie.
I've seen
I
that.
feel a little bit like that's what's going on right now. It's
Yeah.
hard. These are some hard words to spit out.
That's why he's one of the all-time great geniuses of songs,
Okay.
Elvis.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah. I mean, this doesn't really
It's
feel
not
like
just something-
Hound Dog to
It's
me.
not
though.
something that you just fall into. It's something that you
No.
hone and you perfect, and that's what we're doing right now.
Exactly. It's
So.
and it's in our blood.
I feel like it would be better if we could spit the lyrics out faster so
All right,
people don't actually have time to process
So-
what's being said.
What's your starting note, Nick?
Busted blood vessels in both of my Excuse me. All right. That was
I
really
don't
good.
think this is.
No, this works.
I don't. Okay.
Busted blood vessels in each of my eyes.
Okay. If that was supposed to be direction for me, I don't.
Busted
currently
blood
have-
vessels in each of my eyes. Both legs are asleep and my clothes are wet. Sucking on sauerkraut and curly fries. I'm going to Las Vegas, baby. I don't know.
I still think the pause in the Las Vegas, baby.
I agree. I I think John's given too much feedback, and it's kind of stifling what would be a pretty smooth process.
All right,
No,
y'all,
that might
y'all
be
do
it.
your thing, and then I'll join in after it's clear. Nuclear.
All right.
Sweet.
It's right now it feels like a nuclear explosion's going off in this.
Do you know how to beatbox?
Okay. Well, yeah, I think I could do it. You know,
That's something you
kind
could
of
do.
faster than what I was.
Well, that's the tempo. We need the rhythm. Busted blood vessels, each of my eyes. Both legs are asleep and my clothes are wet. Sucking on sauerkraut and curly fries. I'm going to Las Vegas, baby. Is that? I'm going to Las Vegas, baby.
And then the music really tempo and
No,
the
that's not
rhythm-
what I'm hearing at
rhythm
all.
of the
Actually, I was
guitar.
actually thinking maybe it'd be a good opportunity for a guitar solo or something. But do we need to try another song? Maybe we need to
Yeah.
come back to this one.
Yeah, I think we probably should.
All right, they'll put this one
Make
on
some
the
great
on the
progress
back
on
burner.
this one though.
Yeah, I feel good about it. All right, nice work, guys.
Thanks.
All right. Do you remember this one, Eric? The King of Clogged Pipes. I think you sang this one.
Did I?
Naked on the throne, wet and alone, I am the king of clogged pipes. Skin crimson red, sad song in my head, I'm the king of clogged pipes, and my stomach hurts.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless this is an advertisement for some new toilet that
No, you want me to sing this?
I don't see any other way this song could
We're
ever
all
be
singing-
played by anyone.
We're all singing.
King of clogged pipes?
All right.
Well, I mean, it's got to be, commercialism
Hey.
in some sort of way.
You need to be a little more grateful and not make a mockery of this because this is really important history and we're live
Look,
on the internet right now. And
okay.
you're making an absolute
I am.
joke out of this.
I am grateful. I wanted to be good. You
This
had me
is
really
the-
excited. You
this
said
is the
Elvis
material.
Presley wrote these songs.
This is the material he did.
This is not a good direction.
All right.
I've got some bebop.
All right.
I wanted to try.
I don't want to hear another
Yeah.
thing about
No.
that.
Listen.
Stop. Stop. I'm warning you. I don't want to hear that. And I lost. What happened to the King of Clogged Pipes? Does anyone remember the words?
I
Naked on
hope
the
somebody
throne,
flushed it down a toilet.
wet and alone, I'm the King of Clogged Pipes. Naked on the throne, wet and alone. I am the king of.
Oh yeah, that's
I
it.
am the king of clogged pipes.
Maybe don't pause. I am
The king
of clog pipes.
and the naked on the throne, I'm wet and I'm alone. Naked on the throne, wet and all alone. Naked on the throne, waiting all alone. I am the king of clogged pipes.
That's pretty good.
There's something there.
I think-
Where's the harmony? You think for clogged pipes? Those two words
Oh, that-
harmonize.
The clog pipes can have a harmonization. It's like
What if there's
vocal
like
cords.
a vocal, like a? I'm
Naked on the throne, wet and alone. I am the king of clogged pipes. Right? Something like
Yeah,
that?
that will work.
What if there's like a really passionate kind of play that progression again? After you say the lyrics, you could have a. Let's start with one. Count.
2, 3, 4.
I am the king of clog pipes.
I mean,
Something like that, because that would at least.
coming from another voice could be interesting. Because you familiar with Desert Rain by Sting?
Yeah.
Good one.
Begins with some kind of an Indian chant. I don't believe that's what you're going for, or was that kind of what you were going for?
No, I was just like thinking about him on the toilet and like screaming for like
It was guttural.
mercy.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think
keep in
that's-
mind, would Clear have done anything like that, Eric?
No, it doesn't sound too clear to
Maybe
me.
this could be like we could sell this to Metamucil.
No. Okay, you're making a joke again. That's my last warning to you about that tonight. All right, so I've already lost the melody. Eric, do you remember what it was? Naked on the throne, wet and alone. I am the king of clog pipes. Here, you want to do the melody, and I'll do harmony for this one.
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
Naked on the throne, wet and alone. I am the king of clog pipes. Naked on the throne, wet and alone. I am the king of clog pipes.
Let's try acapella.
Naked on the throne, wet and alone. I am the king of clog pipes. Naked on the throne, wet and alone. I am the king of clog pipes.
I think there could be something to that.
You know what might help me a little bit if you kind of told me what we were going for influence-wise, like what bands. I know
Clear.
it's- Okay, but like
Eric, can you play the Ask Eric intro one more time?
My name is Eric, they call me Peace Frog. I like to sing it all night long.
I can't make it any more clear.
that is not
That's
at
perfect.
all what we're doing. We sound like we're trying to do some sort of campfire folk.
Okay, because we don't have the arrange. Okay,
Where's the funk? Where's the soul?
We're just
I am
okay.
the king.
Excuse me.
That's what we're doing right now.
We are starting, Eric.
Sounds like we're in the
It's-
forest.
It's the meat and the potatoes.
Exactly. You start and then you build upon it. We're starting
Yeah.
with the foundation. Have you ever written a song before
Okay,
in
fine.
your life?
But you know what I liked about what we just heard was there's like this a do do. Maybe I could do some of that while y'all are singing.
Okay, so maybe John is onto something here. So maybe we do
Yeah.
like a
Okay.
da doom doom a doom 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 doom, and then we all come in 3-part on.
yeah,
am
yeah.
The king of club pipes.
See, it's good to listen to that. It's good to hear Ask Eric. Now we know what we're
Maybe,
doing.
Is there a way I can make these chords a little more colorful? Do you think?
Yeah. Well, what do you got there?
I got a B flat major,
Yeah, I think. And then what's the?
C,
Uh-huh.
A minor, D minor,
Okay. Yeah.
then repeats and resolves in
Maybe
that.
just do the B flat major 7. Start with that one.
Like that? Is that? It's kind of hard to play.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Does it sound beautiful?
Actually, that dominant.
Oh, you gotta tell me the note. What note do I need to add in there?
There's an A in there.
That's the note I'm trying to get in there? Okay. That's much better. Naked on the throne. That's not right. Alright. Naked on the throne. Naked on the throne. Wet and alone. I am the king of. I felt, yeah. I am the king of clog pipes. I am. Let's try that again. Just king of clog pipes. 2, 3, 4. I am the king of clog pipes. Maybe Eric, I think you should do a falsetto there. I am the king of clog pipes. 2, 3, 4. I am the king of clog pipes. Can someone hit the?
Maybe.
Should I hit it? Or, I am the king of clog pipes.
Oh yeah.
Let's try.
I-
2, 3, 4. I am the king of clogged pipes.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So one more time though, because I.
Nick it on the throne, with and alone. I am the king of clogged pipes.
Yeah. I'm not feeling that. That's not clear to me.
Did we get any like chord
All right, let me
progressions
see if
or rhythm?
No chord progressions. Let me see.
Anything?
No,
Okay.
it's I'm fully capable of writing the chord progressions. Let me see if I can find a
just-
song that's not toilet
Saying
related.
Elvis was more of a performer than he really was a songwriter.
We've talked about that, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It'd be cool if he had just some notes about how he would
He didn't.
dance, or
He didn't.
I would think that's what he'd be focused on a little bit.
Well, he wasn't for whatever reason.
Well, we got a good foundation for this one, right? You think?
Do we want to try do the foxtrot?
Do the foxtrot.
Or maybe I saw a cartoon mouse on the TV.
Ooh.
This one's interesting. I don't know. See what you can do with that.
Okay. All right. Yep, okay. Gather round, children. There's a brand new dance. It's called the yo-yo. It's called the yo-yo. And then I dip, twirl, and spin around on the ground like a yo-yo. It's called the yo-yo. They call me Bebop John.
No. We don't need any of that kind of stuff.
I bring the boogie.
Okay. I don't want to hear anything close to that. Hey, what do we think of the yo-yo? Is that something?
The yo-yo. It's got a little bit of a fun, dancey thing to it. But
Does anyone feel like we have a clear lead single, a song that is very evident that this is where we need to put our energy into? And since there's such a long delay, we can maybe move on and answer a question. We haven't answered any questions, so let's check in on question numero uno. Myself, being a Carl, could not force my own children with the name of Carl Jr. due to it being too similar to Carl Jr.'s restaurant name. You appear to have a similar issue with Nick Jr. How do you feel about big corporations taking away the ability to name our children after ourselves without them being teased for the rest of their life? Well, for me, it has nothing to do with that. I would never name my son Nick on account of, I feel like most people call their genitalia their own name followed by Jr. And so I feel like that'd be inappropriate to name my son Nick Jr. because there already is a Nick Jr. Right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's makes sense.
Would you be open to having Peace Frog sponsor the show? I'm open to having anyone sponsor the show.
You know, we could name the band Nuclear. We could call it Peace Frog and the Funky Bunch. What do you think?
Well, I don't think that I don't think that makes a lot of sense. I think Nuclear is much more interesting.
Nuclear featuring Peace Frog and the Funky Bunch.
I think both of those have already been done.
Oh. Not all together, though. It's a fusion.
Oh. well,
Fusion is what makes all
Doesn't
new
work.
things.
Not interested.
Before Clear, after Clear, I created a band called Infusion.
Oh, yeah?
Where I fused every type of music together into one genre.
Wow.
And it didn't work. Nobody could. It blew everybody's minds every time we played, so I had
Do
to
we have-
stop.
Do you have any of that music?
No, I mean the recorders couldn't even handle it, so that was the end of that. So
And fusion.
you got to watch out about fusing things together.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let's try another question. Oh my God, why does this keep happening? Eric, all 4 questions are the same question?
How about next one?
That's all of them. All
Let's give a shout out.
right. You want to shout out the patrons?
Here we go.
All right, shout them out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is part of the show where we shout out our patrons, brought to you by Peace Frog.
Dallas Odom, not silly. Thaddeus
I
Carpenter.
don't think we need to read them this time.
Okay.
Maybe let's just show them.
We need some background music.
No. I'm starting to worry that maybe, as much as I hate to admit, I'm a little concerned that maybe we did need a little more direction from Papu than what was provided.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not even so sure that these are songs. They could just be like
Don't say that.
thoughts he had, things to help him cope
They're
with stuff.
songs. What do you mean? They're definitely songs.
Maybe he's trying to tell a bigger story.
They
Maybe it's a
rhyme.
concept.
They rhyme.
Do you think it's a concept album he's trying to set up here?
I don't know. The path-
Because I don't even think he was alive when the first concept album came out. That could be pretty innovative.
He definitely was. He said the path remains unclear and you've got to forgive. And he's talking about you.
Me, you have to forgive me.
Yeah.
Well, have you done that?
I mean, you're sitting here, aren't you?
Well, that doesn't mean you forget. I mean, I'm here, but you've been a little hostile. But I did want to tell you, I don't know if you remember when we went to lunch about a month ago, and I told you I left my wallet at home.
Yeah.
It wasn't true. I had my wallet the whole time. I just thought it'd be a funny prank to have you buy lunch.
Are you trying to
Made
make
me
or why
laugh.
why would you bring that up? Why are you saying
Well,
that?
if you're gonna forgive me, you need to know what.
It seems like you don't want to be forgiven and you don't want to be in this band. You seems
no,
like you
I
just
do.
make
No.
arguments that the songs aren't songs and they don't work and
Well,
that
I'm
what?
I'm just trying to help. I want to be like I said, I think 25% of the duty should be on me.
The
and,
doo-doo. What are you talking about?
Well-
Listen, I'm happy that you come in here and you expose yourself. Let me back up. I'm happy that you come in here and you portray yourself as I see you. Because people think that I'm hard on you, but yes, this is the stuff that I'm not a man. I'm not a spiteful man. I don't just come out here and lay out the betrayals of John. But yeah, you swindle, you betray, time and time again. And I don't know why I waste my time.
Look, you got to remember, Papu said, "Forgive me," and that means you got to let it go, man.
Okay.
You got to do what Elsa says. You got to just let it go. You heard that song?
Yes.
Maybe we could do a version of that with Nuclear. That could be cool. And that might help you. It might be therapeutic for you to actually sing that song, because it doesn't sound, forgiveness is not in your heart right now. And that's probably what's holding us up here. You're so focused on what you're irritated about, and we can't really make the music. You can't make music with people that you're angry with, Nick.
That's
Listen to your
interesting.
Papu here. What do you do?
Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, God knows I've tried. Do, 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 do. I
You know
don't
what?
know.
That kind of touched my heart a little bit to hear.
Well,
I hope you're feeling a little better.
I was trying to think of the next chord. It could be like a. There we go. That was it. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Don't let them in, don't let them see. You're the girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know.
Now they know.
Let it go. Let it go. You can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say, let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. I don't know.
Very nice.
I got an idea. Da-dum, doom. Da-dum, doom. Da-dum, doom. Come on, guys.
Is that me?
Da-dum, doom. You guys harmonize. Da-dum,
Doom.
da-dum, boom. Da-dum, boom. Da-dum, boom. And I'm swinging for the fences and I'm hanging on the moon. I cut my tongue on the rust of a silver spoon. Oh, sometimes,
Here, let me try something. Step aside, auto-tune. I brought the brass in the room. Snap your fingers to the rhythm.
This
Feel
is-
that bop, go boom.
This is a song I already wrote. This is some.
I'm like
Okay.
Miles with the style. Coltrane on a train. Dropping jazz so cold, it'll ice your
All right. No one wants to hear
brain.
any. Sometimes the short end of the stick is the sharpest. Ba-doom. Times the only road to take is the darkest. Sometimes I
Bebop's
got.
back. We
Excuse
bring
me.
the groove attack.
No. I said none of that. I don't want to hear that. None of these people want to hear that. They want to hear the song I wrote sometimes.
Well, I wrote this. I wanted to at least try to
People
get it in
don't
there
care.
somewhere.
This is something that
Can we
this is
just try
not
it and then
clear.
people can
This is
decide if they want to
Clear
hear it
would
or
never
not.
do this.
Maybe they would. You haven't heard
This
it
is
yet.
why you need to start
You know
your
what?
own YouTube channel and do your own song.
You're like my child. When I try to give her some food that she's never tried before, and she's like, "Oh, it's disgusting," and then it's like, "It's a cinnamon roll," and she tries a bite, and she's like, "This is delicious."
The fact
but she
it's-
resisted it because she didn't know what if she liked it or not. She hadn't even experienced it once.
I stopped.
Just let me try it.
I didn't get past the first thing you said because the idea of you procreating made me throw up in my mouth. It's one of the most disgusting things I've ever, one of the most disgusting images I've ever had in my head.
That's low. I don't feel like you're very forgiving. That's for sure. The bebop's back. We bring the groove attack.
Doesn't work.
The riff so smooth, make your TikTok crack. Hat tilted suit, clean rhythm on track. Snap your fingers like bam, the beat comes back.
Doom, da-doom. No, it's not. Okay, I can't even play it. It's a. All right, bebop sax over That song tastes like shampoo and coffee. It doesn't go together. It sucks. The people in the chat are freaking out. They hate it.
At least you tried it. At least that's what I tell my daughter when she tries broccoli. I know it's disgusting, but at least you touched it to your tongue.
All right.
Wow. I like broccoli.
So do you think maybe we could incorporate some of that into
No,
Nuclear?
absolutely not. Nuclear. If you
we-
want to play the saxophone,
okay.
you can play it like that's way too many notes, and there's no sense of rhythm or any sense of melody, and it's just not going to work.
So if we want to go back to the spirit of Clear, then we're going to need to have more vocal. It was a vocal band, first and foremost, and then we added music to it. Now, there's nothing wrong with having the music already and then bringing the vocals onto it, but we've got to focus on the vocals.
Nick, we've got to listen to Eric on this. He's the real deal.
I love this badoop,
Badoop.
badoop,
Okay.
badoop, badoop.
Where
think-
can we go from there?
I mean, that is like the foundation of
Badoop.
badoop, badoop,
Ba-doom,
badoop, badoop,
doo-doo-doo,
badoop,
doo-doo-doo,
badoop,
doo-doo-doo, ba-da-doo, doo-doo-doo, ba-doom, doo-doo-doo, ba-doom, doo-doo-doo. The time is near for some Nuclear. We're gonna sing it to you, baby. I got my band called Peace Frog on the low, and he's gonna introduce himself.
badoop,
Ba-doom. Peace Frog, introduce yourself.
badoop, badoop. Well, my name is Peace Frog. They like to sing it all night long. My name is Peace Frog, and I like to sing it all night long.
All right, we got another guy in the band
Ba-da-doo.
who sings it all night long, but his name ain't Peace Frog. His name is John. Leave the bebop on the floor. We don't need bebop anymore. We don't want to hear your bebop scat. No, we just want to hear you introduce yourself briefly and move on.
Ba-doo, doo,
Ba-doom, ba-doom,
doo,
ba-doom, doo-doo-doo, ba-doom,
All
doo-doo-doo,
right, check it.
ba-doom.
My name's John.
Doom.
They call me Bebop.
Ba-doom.
I'm gonna sing it
Doom.
all night long. Bebop, beep, 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 bop,
No,
bop, beep,
no
bop.
bebop.
My name is John. They call me Bebop. I'm gonna play that music all night long.
I think Poo-Poo's lost his...
I don't know. There's
The sax was working. The sax could have brought me back in, but I don't
Why
know.
don't you
I
let
don't.
me go with it?
I don't know what Papu was thinking. I don't know if this is gonna work.
yeah.
If it's a vocal group, we can't have this guy sing. Maybe
I got.
I think maybe we
I'm
could.
hitting all the right
Who's the
pitches,
guy on the?
baby.
Who's the guy on the back of the disc that wasn't officially in the band, but he did play on it? Maybe this. Maybe.
Oh,
Papu,
Ben?
I think Papu put
What?
your face on the wrong guy. This
No,
is
he
you.
didn't. He didn't.
I
You're
think-
saying Papu made a mistake?
I think
that what you're
Papu meant. I don't think he recognized. I think you should play saxophone. Maybe we find two more vocalists.
I think
to
you're just
make
trying
this
to
work.
make an excuse for not having to deal with your internal struggle here.
People want to get an input from Shelly as to how these
That's
songs are going.
That's a great idea. Let's check out what Shelly has to say.
Shelly, what's up? How do you feel?
My name is Shelly. They call me Farmer's Dog. I'm gonna sing it all night long. Ba-doop. Yeah, yeah. Ba-ba-doop.
How do you feel about John's performance?
Oh, it was pretty awful. His vocals are just disgusting, and I can't stand to listen to it. Honestly, I've been muting it every time he starts to sing.
Wow, it's harsh. John, do you have anything you want to say for yourself?
Wow.
Look, this is what Elvis Presley wanted. This was his dream. This is what he wanted for his grandchildren. And, maybe we're just not ready for my vocal. Maybe it's like Dylan. You know, Bob Dylan, people think he had a bad voice, but, you know, when someone sings with a raw emotion, sometimes they're not in control of their vocals as much as you, a pretty boy vocal over here. I get it, okay? He's got the boy band background. I'm a bebop scat daddy. I don't have all the purity, but what I bring is real, okay? What I bring is analog, baby.
Where you going, Eric? I'll get it in a second. We're about to go to Patreon anyways. All right, John, I think you've stated your case very clearly. We are going to be moving things over to Patreon. So join the patreon.com/NickLet'sGo, and we'll be hanging out over there. We'll continue this conversation over there. Anything you want to say or anything you feel like we didn't touch on?
I just hope we can figure this out, man. I hope we could do a little bit better, because you kind of hurt my feelings a few times tonight.
All right. Maybe let's leave the people on. Let you play a little saxophone. Actually, why don't we play the? How does the theme song go? Can you play me the theme song, Eric? I want to get the chords, and we'll play that.
All get ready for
outro.
big.
The outro. It's down, over to the left, down. Yep, right there.
Big Nick Live. 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 Big Nick Live.
All right, can you turn that off?
Big Nick Live.
Just go to another camera. Yeah, thank you. Okay, you ready? All right, yeah. All right, thank you guys for watching. We're about to move over to Patreon. Here's John on the saxophone. Big Nick Live! 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 We'll be sending out that link momentarily.